Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to the Den. If you're not familiar with the Den is the best conversation on the entire interweb. You can search high and low wherever you may go. You will not find a better show. The reason why is because of all of you wonderful people who join us in the conversation of the Den each and every evening, except for Saturdays at 9 p.m. where we discuss a litany of topics, sometimes good, sometimes bad, sometimes happy, sometimes tragic and sad. I did not get me any water before the stream. This is terrible. So tonight, we're going to discuss a topic that I've been kind of wanting to get on for the last couple of days. Just couldn't really find a place to squeeze it in. So we're going to discuss it. We're going to talk about it. But before we get into it, you know, we got crazy videos to watch. And before we watch those crazy videos, I got to talk about something a little bit more important. And you say, well, what's more important than the damn topic, Honcho? Well, it's you. You wonderful person, you. Like I said, let's see who we got joining us, and then we'll get into it. The lovely Miss K. Grace. Ruby Johnson, how are you doing this evening? Wise man in the building. What's the motherfucking deal? The real Maria G. Interesting. D the Gamma, how are you doing this evening, ma'am? Ken and HB, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. I think the little girl, I forgot what order it's in. I don't know if it's an alphabetical order. I forgot the answer to that one. But I'll give you 404 pistachios. There, Miss D the Gamma. Let me make sure. You know what? Actually, I don't even think I got the bot properly plugged in. It's just asking questions. But now it's on. All right, you might have to try it again. Try your answer one more time because I didn't have the bot actually activated. So thank you, Miss Maria. I appreciate that. Let's talk about it, right? Been a very, very interesting past few days from political aspect and some very unfortunate stuff happening overseas, but it's Friday night. And one of the benefits of being an American is on Friday nights is the night you unwind, right? It's the night everybody lets go and they party hardy, right? And so let's just watch some vids. Let me see what I got here in order. Let me get the whiteboard up because I need to be prepared with the whiteboard, right? So that way, if I got to point out some crazy shit, this is already ready already. Oh, sound like them cookies ready, dog. Don't ask any questions, and no, you cannot have any cookies. Sorry, they're for me and the lady Honcho only. Scotty doesn't get it either. So. I guess it helps to have the audio on, right? After I fucking fried it. Let me make sure too that it's shooting the right way. Hold on. I might be shooting this to the sauce. This shit might have fried it. Hold on. Let me see. Right way. I don't know. All right. Y'all let me know if you can see this because for whatever reason, it's looking a little crazy on my side. I'm not sure if it's cutting up or cutting down. It is doing whatever it's doing. I think we should be good now. It looks as though it should be good, but sometimes you never know. Sometimes it's doing its own thing. Okay. Well, we had a minor technicality there. I'll wait until I see someone respond to know if you can actually see it or not. On my end, it says it's all okay, but just in case. See, right now it's talking about it's waiting for me, but I'm like, shit, I'm sending a signal. It says it's getting signal. It says condition is good. Someone in the chat, let me know if you see it. No? You see nothing? Nose is itchy. Yeah, I see the stars. That's terrible. All right. Okay. Good. No, I don't have a video up yet. I'm waiting to make sure it's back on. All right. There we go. All right. So the story we had to follow up on. I've showed y'all this particular video a couple of times, but shout out to No Pause TV and good follow on Twitter. I think they have an Instagram account too. I don't follow on the gram, but I follow on the Twitters. So there's another angle to this story that we've talked about that has upset me for the past 2 days, right? I want y'all to check this out.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Secondary.
Oh shit, Goody. Oh shit. Oh shit, Goody. Oh shit. Go down. Go down. Go down. Oh shit. Oh shit.
I'm trying to figure out what kind of.
Oh shit, Goody. Oh shit.
Look at the horse right there before she even got on.
Oh shit.
You can't even really tell from that angle on the other side if the horse was breaking down before she even got on there. Oh, hold on. Did you see the horse's face? The horse was in pain. This makes it even worse because from that other angle, you couldn't see how everybody laughing and sniggling and giggling. Look at this horse's face. Let me see if I can pause it right at the right spot. I'm going to have to slow it down. Wow. The horse was in tremendous pain. I just knew she was too big to get on that damn horse, and that shit don't make no damn sense. Look, we're going to slow it down. Look at the horse. Already, right about. Look at it. The horse is yelling in pain. She probably broke that horse. Like, look at the horse's foot, dog. Like, there's nothing funny. Niggas laughing and giggling. Look at that horse. Look at it. Damn horse down. Goofy, I knew she was too big to get on that damn horse. But I just wanted to show this the other angle because we saw the other side last time.
Oh shit.
And then them motherfuckers just sitting there saying, oh shit, and you thinking it's funny, it's all fun and games. Big ass down, so that shit don't make no damn sense. That horse is retired. I know the horse's ankle was broken. That motherfucker was crying. The horse was yelling and shit. Anyway. And concrete. Yeah, I would say so. Oh, but you know that Ayesha lost a whole bunch of weight after all. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get all the way into that whole thing, 17. I saw some stuff like
oh shit.
All right. See, now that was a warning right there. The first time he said, oh shit, should not have got on that damn horse. That was the lady who beat the little kid. That was the board fight. I need to put those up. Like I said, I got some violence for y'all. Not a whole lot of violence, but I just want to tell y'all about the state of the country that we're currently in, right? So some things are happening overseas, and I told y'all, there's some flights and there's some Americans who didn't make it on some of those flights. I don't even know if y'all heard that there were some kids from California who went on a field trip to Afghanistan. I think they actually got stuck out there, which is weird that you would go on a field trip to Afghanistan of all places, but I'm sure it's a weird California thing, you'll be woke out there. They're probably trying to teach them some social justice. And I think they ended up getting stuck. I don't know if they made it home or not. Then I believe they said it was one of those private Blackwater contractors was flying people out. I think like $1,000 a seat, or someone was supposed to be like they said they had to be like to get like 1,000 people out or something like that. But I think only like got 50. I think they were charging a good a good amount to get them out of there. And so, but so they've flown some people here, right? And somebody made up a good point that there's always the possibility. We've seen it. We've seen what's happened in other countries. Dan made a great call yesterday talking about I believe Sweden and what's going on over there, right? And it's almost like to put it like this, and I don't know, maybe you guys can relate or maybe you can't. Y'all might have been the ones I'm talking about. But how you had like, say, a family reunion or some type of family affair. And you got that one member of the family or that one part of the family that's just not quite right. The kids are bad, or you got, you're hanging with the badass kids and they steal. They're just not raised right. They're raised in a dirty house. Everybody else in the family could be solid, right? And you're related to them. And you're just kind of like, you don't want to admit it, but they're terrible, right? And every time they come, something end up missing. They stealing your video games. They took extra plates home from the cookout and all that shit. They ain't bring nothing but the ice. It's kind of one of those situations. But anyway, so a lot of people got flown back. Some people fell off some of those planes, unfortunately. Death is no laughing matter. But this is what's happening in Virginia, I do believe. Check it out.
صفتونه دي جانانه د خوبانو چې په سترګو کې تاثیر وي د زمریانو که په خوی او په اخلاص څوک معلومیږي تاثیرونه یې دنیا ته معلومیږي افغانان پر خپل عزت باندې جنگیږي پر وطن باندې سرونه قربانیږي که غلیم پرې غلبه کړي نه بیریږي حیدري تورې پر سر باندې چلیږي څوک چې برید کوي هر وخت پر افغانانو د ځغستا تاریخ هیڅ وخت نه پټیږي افغانان غلامي نه کوي زمریان دي با عزت با همت با توران دي الهي ته د دغه مؤمنانو ته پرده پورته سي الهي دا ډېر د غمجنې حالت
I don't know what he was saying, but it seems very sad. A little bit more going on here. Check this out.
الله الهي الهي ته غفور رحیم خدای پاک ته وساتي الهي اسلام ته بری ورکړي
So, there's always an issue with culture clash when you bring new people in, especially in the situations in which that happen. But we're America. We're very welcoming. We welcome everybody. Now, give me just 1 second. Let me take care of something. Just a moment. I won't be very long, I promise. Give me like 37 seconds. Hey, the lovely Miss Sarah joining us. All right, sorry about that. So,
الله الهي الهي ته غفور رحیم خدای پاک ته وساتي الهي اسلام ته بری ورکړي
So, again, well, I do believe that most of these people are good people fearing, the situation that's taking place in their country, and they're coming here to hopes of a better life, right? I just wonder, how difficult would it be to infiltrate? Say you were a member of a crazy regime, right? So it only takes one. And if you're talking about thousands of people, I mean, it only takes one to create chaos. We've seen it here in America when you have mass incidents. It only takes one person with bad intentions. If you're talking about thousands and thousands of people in a rich, chaotic way trying to get them out of a place, how easy do you think it would take for one, two, maybe a dozen people to slip in? Just curious. Anyway, what's more dangerous than people coming over here? People who are already here, right? Got some wokey woke shit for you. Check it out.
I want to show you the email I sent in response to my teacher saying they won't be using my pronouns this semester.
Oh, I can already tell this is gonna be good just from the way they talk. Should be lovely. Miss Bell Northern Style, DeAndre, what's the motherfucking deal? Delta Echo Golf. Rent fee, 15K. Exactly. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. If something happens here, where do the Americans go when things go wrong? Because under the current regime,
I'm sorry, I think there was a misunderstanding here. You seem to think I'm making some kind of a request. I was just informing you of my correct name and pronouns so you know how to refer to me. Intentionally misgendering a student is actively creating a hostile learning environment and discriminating on the basis of gender identity. That goes against the school's non-discrimination statement. I know you wouldn't want to do that. I'm sure you understand that I expect to be treated with at least basic levels of respect and human decency in the classroom. I look forward to meeting you in class next week and working with you through the semester. Regards, Shade. They, them. That should get the message across, right?
person here. I want people to address them by their gamer tag. You see, resorting to threats and misappropriation of the rules. But again, so you look at these people. Look at each and every one of these people who assign themselves to these beliefs, right? It's never anybody that you would say is a standard, prototypical sneeze. Yes. 2 sneezes. Two sneezes. But they're never like your standard looking American. It's always a thing, right? This person looks like a Muppet. But hey, whatever. They think they did good things. They want to be called Shade. And your name is Unholy Shade. And see, this person probably wants some type of power. They don't really have it. They seem to be a little frail looking, unholy. I don't know. Seems like someone who would want to summon some type of evil incarnate, but just look kind of like the Muppet that didn't make it. Anyway, what else we got here? So that's on the student side of things, right? Well, what about the teachers? We talk about all these wokey woke teachers all the time. Well, here's one that just recently came out. Shout out to Libs and TikTok.
Okay, so during third period, we have announcements and they do the Pledge of Allegiance. I always tell my class, stand if you feel like it, don't stand if you feel like it, say the words if you want, don't have to say the words. So my class decided to stand but not say the words. Totally fine. Except for the fact that my room does not have a flag. It used to be there, but I took it down during COVID because it made me uncomfortable. And I packed it away and I don't know where, and I haven't found it yet. But my kid today goes, hey, it's kind of weird that we just stand and then, you know, we say it to nothing. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, I gotta find it. Like, I'm working on it. I got you. In the meantime, I tell this kid, we do have a flag in the class that you can pledge your allegiance to. And he like looks around and he goes, oh, that one? Okay, so during third period, we have an...
Anybody else find this funny? Like, she's a complete cornball, right? Like, I don't almost see it like you were just, well, yeah, I'm sure there's some way you could have made it funny. But like, it's like a bad comedian. To me, bad comedians are like the ones that laugh a whole lot at their jokes before they ever tell the joke. And it kind of ruins it. Like, so this one, and it's just like, you get to the fucking joke, the fucking punchline, right? When you get to the punchline, you're like, it really wasn't that fucking funny. So, but the underlying message here, right? And this is something that we've talked about often. See, this is what they're doing. They'll sit here and undermine the country that gives them the freedoms to have these behaviors, to do the things that they're so boldly doing, because you won't do this anywhere. You won't go over there where those people who are getting off the bus are coming from and do what you're doing. Sir, especially, you definitely want to dress up much differently, right? But you'll pledge allegiance to that weird whatever flag, because now it's like a pride interracial POC flag. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with the shit. I don't care. You'll have to have kids pledge allegiance to that, but not to the country that allows you to do the things that you're doing, because you can't do this anywhere else in the world. They would not have it. What happened? They had who was the Jamaicans on the embassy? They had that flag flying there at the American embassy. They made them take it down. They're like, we don't want that shit here. They're flying over the Jamaican flag. Like, Jamaicans actually have pride. That's the weird thing about Black Americans too. No, she's not a Black American. Like, Black people in every other country have pride in their country. Black Jamaicans, pride in Jamaica. Whatever, African, Nigerian, Botswanan, whatever. Kenyan, whatever. Prideful, very proud of where they come from. Even if shit is not all that great, right? Where they go through more oppression than we do here in America. They have less opportunities. Prideful of it. Even people from all the islands. But Black Americans hate America. And I don't understand it. Why is there no pride? But y'all praise that pride flag. Blah, 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 blah. Pride flag. You don't have pride in your own country. It's a sad thing. It really is. Anyway, so you're like, oh, it's just a little funny, jokey joke, right? This person spends several hours a week with your kids, teaching them, right? What do you think she teaches them? What do you think she teaches them?
It's Pride Month! I will never not be awkward. That's fun for me. Happy Pride, everyone! It's June 1st, the start of Pride Month. Here's what I got going in my classroom. I got these flags from Target in like the dollar bin, so that's amazing. They didn't have all of them in the collection that they came out with, so I got all the ones that they had. As well as the inclusive Pride flag. I pledge allegiance to the queers. I also got a really big Pride inclusive flag. I need to put it up still, but it's gonna go up there and I need like a ladder. So that's gonna come later, but it's here, yay! So I love you all very much. For the people who are out, for the people who aren't out, you're appreciated, you're loved, you are enough. I support you, I got you. Send your queer friends. It's Pride Month!
She obviously does not have a man in her life. Or maybe she doesn't want a man in her life. The suspenders, dude, this is all gang related activity. Like, I don't have anything to do or purpose in reality. So I just feel like I'm doing something by supporting somebody who's not really impressed. Anyway, but she told you, like I said, pledge allegiance to the queers. That's what she's trying to get your kids to do. I think she teaches in Utah somewhere. They definitely put her information out there. And I think that preschooler we talked about, that one who was teaching preschool, there was another teacher. I think two of those teachers we talked about lost their jobs because of what they're teaching the kids. So good. Because they should not be preaching these messages to children. Children need to be learning the basics. They need to be learning their primary colors, their ABCs, and all this other stuff. You're putting your bullshit and indoctrination on the kids, right? Don't nobody care about that. Like, if they grow up and that's what they're into, then fine. But your teacher should not be forcing these ideologies on them. There should not be anything that is taught in the public school system. Period. Anyway. So we got Unholy Shade out the way, and this weirdo. Who laughs more, this weird ass teacher or Kamala? Like, with the fucking awkward laugh. There's nothing funny. What the fuck are you laughing at? We did the opposite angle of the poor horse that got broken down. I feel really bad for the horse. I do. I really, really do. I think we watched this yesterday. I can't remember. Did we watch this video yesterday? Let's see. This might be yesterday.
Oh, you misgendered someone. It happens. Frankly, I quite often even do it to myself. Like any other mistake.
So this is something you've heard often, right? Misgendering themselves. I've never misgendered myself. I've never ever done that. Has anybody in here ever misgendered themselves? 0 for no, 1 for yes. Just a quick poll. Has anybody currently in the den right now ever misgendered themselves? I would love to know. Because I mean, if it's so natural, if it's such a thing, if it's in you, if it's in me, it ain't on me. Like the pimping, baby. The pimping is in me, it ain't on me. You know what I'm saying? You can't wash it off. Then you wouldn't make that mistake, right? I'm just curious. I've never misgendered myself. I'm wondering if anybody in here may have done such a thing. Hey, Free Jen, how are you doing? Jeremiah, what's the motherfucking deal? John, my favorite New Yorker, how you doing this evening, sir? Doodly-doo. Those wives with a bill. Oh man, love is always a weird. Love ain't love. We don't even know what love is these days. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more.
The important thing now is what you do about it. What you don't want to do is you don't want to over-apologize. You don't want to go, I'm so sorry, I can't believe I did that, you must hate me. Because not only are you putting a lot more attention on that person and the situation that you put them in, you're also kind of making them feel like they have to reassure you and spend the emotional energy they should be using to take care of themselves to make sure that you're all right. So what you do want to do is you want to correct yourself, preferably as quickly and casually as possible. For example, if you're saying, I misgendered him, pardon me, her, you would do it like that. Now, if you do want to say you're sorry and have more of a conversation about it with the person, I recommend doing it privately after the matter. Oh, you.
What's name is It Gets Better Canada. I'm going to be honest. There's going to be no conversations to be had. I think we just nobody wants to feel awkward and weird in the situation. I don't want to make them feel weird. I don't want them to spend emotional energy, make me feel weird about making them feel weird. And then we're all just feeling weird. So we just don't talk. I think it just works best that way. Hey you. All right. You got it? All right. Next video. This is terrible. Emotional energy. You're putting the pressure on them to shut your ass up. So, you guys don't want to comply, huh? You guys don't want to follow the mask mandates? Well, I got something for you. You're going to learn today.
Yes, sir. 100% agree that you have done nothing wrong when it comes to wearing the mask. But they have every right to ask you not to be here. I know you're a student, paying student.
What rights? That's not a right. So I want you to be here. It's like, right, like the same way they say you don't have the rights to not wear a mask. You put everybody else, no, then how do they have the rights to ask you to leave? It's not a right. It's not a human right. But this is where they are. They're going to go get agents of the state to make sure you follow and comply. If you don't, you'll be forcefully removed. So, yeah, I agree, Ken. No apology is ever sufficient. No apology will ever be that. Because even when, what's his name? Who was it? The little dude, Kevin Hart, apologized after he said it. Then 5 years later, when he was going to be like a host for something, they brought it back up, even though he had already apologized. They want to apologize again, then try to make it go in LA. Bro, it would just be a whole kiss my ass. No, I'm cool. I don't want to do your damn show. I don't want to do your damn celebrate. I don't want to do none of that shit. Leave me the fuck alone. What happens when you get in those communities? You got to follow by those rules. Okay, we got misgender apology. I'm saving the violence for last, so you guys just have to deal with it. That was the mom who beat the little kid up. I need to follow up on that story. Certain groups like hearing certain messages when the people that they feel are in the right have the right ability to say so. Listen to the doctors, follow the science. Well, what about the doctors who prove that the science is wrong? What about the officials who explain that the science is wrong? Oh, don't listen to them because, well, they're not saying what we want. Right? So, let's check it out. I haven't seen most of this shit.
Hello, my name is Dr. Christina Parks. I received my PhD in cellular and molecular biology right here in the state of Michigan from University of Michigan Medical School. And so I'm very well versed in the science of both these mRNA gene therapy, vaccines, this kind of technology, as well as what a vaccine is designed to do in the body, what it can do, what it can't do, and the fact that this is extremely complex science that has been oversimplified in the media to basically take away our freedom of choice. What I want to address today in this limited time is the fact that vaccine requirements and mandates are based on the faulty assumption that the vaccines in question prevent transmission of the pathogen, right? Does the vaccine for DTaP prevent transmission? No. Does the vaccine for flu prevent transmission? No. Do the vaccines for COVID prevent transmission? No. In fact, they were never designed to do that. All right, so you're asking, what about this 95% effectiveness? If you look at those clinical trials, they do not say that they prevent transmission. They expressly say that they're measuring whether they attenuate symptoms. So they're 95% effective based on their clinical trials at attenuating symptoms for the first variant, which is essentially gone in our population. Right now, the predominant variant is the Delta, and CDC Director Walensky basically said that these vaccines have no ability to prevent infection by and transmission of the Delta variant. So, our policy needs not to be built on the hope of what we think something we want it to do, but what the data actually tell us. So do these viruses do the vaccines prevent the virus from infecting and replicating in the nose and nasopharynx? No. They've only been shown to prevent that replication in the lungs. They're different. The mucosa is very different than the lungs. It's very different than the blood. You inject it to the blood, you make antibodies in your blood. The virus isn't infecting your blood. It's infecting your mucosa, and you don't produce any IgA to neutralize it. In fact, recent studies have shown that the vaccinated... Hello, my name is Dr. Christina.
Yeah. But I had some idiot tell me or respond to me with a meme about people who made the vaccine versus the people who say they're not. And I think there was a person sitting on a toilet versus some scientists. Right? Like scientists have always gotten it right. Anyway, there's stupid people out there. Somebody who thinks they're smart by responding to something with a meme that tells you everything you need to know. Anywho, that's interesting, right? Follow the science. The science has changed. Listen to the doctors. She has a PhD. Where's Trill when you need it, right? I'm a PhD. But that doesn't follow the narrative. Because, see, people aren't listening to the doctors, really. Because those people who are really doing the studies, like I say, there is actually a molecular biologist I followed on a particular platform when the thing first came out. And this person like broke all this shit down way, way before a lot of the conversation started happening in the mainstream, right? So there are people out there who know this just because they're not actively in a particular field or whatever it may be. And there's people who are not degreed in anything. There's some people who just like to study and have a passion for knowledge who know these things. But imagine, because you're not doing a certain thing that most people believe is the standard for being able to know something, people try to, knock you in your belief system, right? Yet they're not doing anything but listening to celebrities who sing and dance, or healthcare workers who are pop locking and dropping while complaining about getting overworked. It's just the worst thing I've ever seen. But yet you're firing them by the hundreds, right? But you're overwhelmed. The ICUs are full. ICUs are often full. I would assume that, people in the ICU benefit the hospitals a little bit more, listen to what I'm saying, than just a regular bed. I'm sure that's more expensive, right? So it's more expensive, more money. I don't know, right? I'm just rambling off at the head. I don't know what I'm talking about. I am not a doctor. I'm just a nigga who plays a doctor on the internet occasionally. So don't listen to me. Listen to your favorite celebrity, right? Who's probably not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Or maybe your favorite athlete who just wants to get their paycheck. And they didn't graduate college, but neither did I. I'm not knocking them for it, but somehow they just know better, right? Anyway, exactly, Brian. Right. So this is crazy stuff. Pistachios were paid this summer. I got you. I got you that old Miss Diva get some pistachios. To give me just a moment. Let me swap up the next video. But it is what it is. Racism is so prevalent. Let's learn about it.
Since I'm getting into music data stuff, let's talk about racism in the Billboard charts. So the Billboard charts are determined by all these streams that come from different streaming services. However, a paid stream on Spotify.
You lost me at talking about streams. I don't give a shit. This is not a real Billboard chart. I'm finna take this let me watch this video. I am no longer interested. If you ain't telling me about real album sales with physical album sales and then talking about some real, then tie some racism to that, I might hear you. But you talking about some digital fucking kiss my black. I don't give a fuck about. None of this shit is real because these albums will not sell remotely close. This is what pisses me off, right? Because they can cap this shit so many ways. Like what these artists do nowadays is that they can tie a digital album to a ticket sale, right? And basically, if you go buy a ticket to their concert, that counts as an album sale, even though there's no real album sold. It's just you get to download it because you bought a ticket, right? So that's how a lot of these numbers get inflated. Just like you're talking about streaming, you can have a fucking overseas streaming service boost your shit up, and motherfuckers say, "Oh, they didn't win platinum, or they didn't win this, or they didn't win that." Like these artists are not relevant. And the crazy thing is that these kids buy into it. The youth believe it. Oh yeah, he's diamond, he's plat. No, those days are over, right? Real artistry is over. Like to get a motherfucker where they used to have to get up. It wasn't like let me see something dropped on Spotify. Let me see if it's any good. Like there's no risk for me to listen to your album on Spotify, right? Except for my time. I'm not going to do it. And so I'll check it out. Doesn't mean like, but if I had to go get up, spend $20 on your fucking, I don't know how much the 8 tracks used to cost. I'm not that damn old. But on your cassette or your CD or whatever, and hope that this motherfucker was good. I didn't get to hear all the songs beforehand. All I had to go base this shit off of was one single that you put out on the fucking radio, right? Maybe you had two after the album was out for a little bit. I'm like, you know what? There's a couple songs that's good. That's all I had. That's the decision and had to go buy that shit. And you got millions of people to come out and buy your shit. That's talent. That's skill. Not, they came to my concert, so I gave them a free album that counts as a sale. Now, motherfuckers used to game the system with the double CDs and the quadruple CDs. If you're from the city, you know there was an artist or two who may have pulled that move to go platinum or whatever. Because it was, I think it counted by actually each. There's these caveats, right? So if you put out like a double or a triple CD, but that counted as like 3 fucking CDs, right? Or 2 CDs. So some people did finesse the game. That's smart. I'm not knocking it if you want to call it yourself that, but you know the truth. And so the fact that she started talking about there's these streams and there's a paid stream, like, if you don't shut the fuck up, your whole point is invalid. Like, your whole point is fucking stupid. Like, nobody cares anymore. I no longer care about anything. So I didn't care what she was going to say in the first place, but I really don't care now. Anyway, let her finish. Let her finish. Okay, she's finished.
Or Apple Music counts more or is weighted more than a stream off of a free service like YouTube or SoundCloud. And data shows us that the people who are using YouTube and SoundCloud come from areas that are more black, more brown, and more poor. I mean, I can definitely attest that to my mom would never pay for me to have a music service. So this means that the
pay for your own fucking music service. You got fucking this is the entitlement right here. Like, I don't know how old this person is. They look like they're old enough to get a job. You're a student. I'm sure there's like a student discount on Spotify or some shit like that. And a paid service should be weighted more than a fucking free service. So because niggas is broke, the fucking system is racist. This is the dumb shit that I be talking about. Like, this is why the future is doomed. I'm going to win the fucking Powerball. I'm going to buy a small little island, build a ranch on that island. At first, it was just going to be a ranch, right? But now I need a ranch on a little island because I don't even want people driving by the ranch. You know, it's just people like this their car might break down outside the ranch and they're going to come wanting help. And we're like, well, what is your opinion on music streams? You can say, well, you know, because YouTube and stuff, it's not weighted as much, and you have to hide on the ranch somewhere, never to be found again. Then they come looking around, and anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. So fucking, that's what I'm saying. This fucking generation. I'm sorry if you're a part of this generation, whatever generation this person is, and you're a part of it. Generation fucking sucks. Bunch of whining ass fucking crybabies, bitching about nothing. Well, their views on YouTube. Oh, they're not counting. YouTube's not a fucking music service. One, it's a fucking video streaming site. So, yeah, it should not be the fucking same. Well, Apple Music, where people pay for the service because they want to listen to fucking music. And Spotify, people pay for the service because they want to listen to fucking music. Yeah, it should be weighted. What the fuck?
charts, which are determining what's more culturally significant, care more about what certain audiences listen to than other audiences, and they don't mean to be racist, but that's how it plays out. This is why, for example, you never see NBA YoungBoy.
You see this shit up there? Math can be racist too. And then she started talking about NBA YoungBoy. This bitch is a fucking goof.
On the Billboard charts, even though he's huge on YouTube. Similarly, we didn't start seeing trap music on the Billboard charts until like 2018 with the Migos, even though we know that trap music has been around for far longer than that, but it was primarily streamed by Black and brown communities on YouTube and SoundCloud, and wasn't yet evangelized, aka colonized by white people yet on Spotify.
So my nigga's not gonna make it. And anybody who thinks like that doesn't deserve to make it. People who think like that are also those gimme freebies. So people are susceptible to those isms. The fucking whiny ass, crying ass motherfucker. You didn't see him be a young boy who's putting up videos and he wasn't getting the fucking. It's a fucking video, you stupid. I didn't watch this video beforehand. I didn't think this video was gonna make me that angry. I am mad. And then she put math can be racist. Just because you're stupid, doesn't mean that the things are racist. Okay, because you're dumb, and because you got dumb logic, you got dumb comprehension, and you make dumb correlations, doesn't mean that these things are racist. It means that this is how shit works. A person pays for a fucking music service. It should be weighted more. If one, streams are fucking stupid, but two, it should be weighted more because I'm actually paying, even though not directly for every album I'm getting, but I'm paying to listen to music. That's what paid sales are for. They're not counting free stuff that nobody's paying for. So this artist should be considered platinum, but shut the fuck up. God, then my mom didn't buy me any paid services, so I could. You stupid mother. Next video. I'm not even reading the chat right now. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I should say that for last. I did not realize I was going to get angry over that video.
Take that trip. Another potential pitfall, airlines cutting flights. In June and July, domestic air cancellations were above their 1% average, which translates to 10,000 cancellations in July alone.
Yo. Look. Oh. Bro! Are you fucking serious? How am I supposed to get these off? This isn't funny. What are you niggas trying to do, bro? Fuck, bro, those were good shorts. I'm snitching.
Close for comfort. No pun intended. Well, don't do drugs, bro. And don't hang around people who are not your friend. Like, fire, bro. It's just, what am I supposed to do? Apparently, this guy was on handlebars, Xanax. Right? So, there's that. Still mad at that goofy broad. Like, really tried to just. Anyway, the niggas are angry. The niggas in the streets. I want to go back real quick. I want to blame all of this violence taking place on these fair-skinned individuals right here. This looks apparently like to be a white person. So I got to make sure, got to blame the whites. That's how this whole thing works. It has to be the white people's fault, right? I always tell you about the man, right? So whatever happens in this video, it's the fault of this person right here and that person right there. They started all this, even though they are she's actually trying to hold people back. She's recording, so she set this whole thing up. She's an agent. It's her fault. That's how this has to be, right? That's how niggas explain this shit to me. People who think like that chick on that fucking stream, I'm angry. I'm so mad. I'm really mad about that. I'm just mad that people that stupid. I said I was gonna start a TikTok. That chick right there has inspired me to start my TikTok. Because if people can just so brazenly say stupid shit like that and have like no remorse or recourse about what they're saying, they just really believe. I can say things that I know are logical and factual and should not be that concerned about it. Like, I'm just gonna get on TikTok and just start saying stuff because obviously it's okay to be dumb on there. So what the fuck, bro? Following scene may be considered graphic. Viewer discretion is advised. I haven't seen it. I'm hoping there's no titty in this video, so I'll have to come back and edit. But anyway, I probably should be doing this at the beginning of stream, but I forgot. Oh yeah, who was it said I need to put just a little message in the corner that this whole stream is viewer discretion is advised. Anyway, let's get it. Why is all this anger? It looks like, I don't know if these are kids after school or what the fuck is going on. I'm trying to figure out why is everybody so angry? Why is everybody fighting everybody? Trying to figure out how that lanky ass motherfucker was just swinging at somebody and he ended up on the fucking ground. This cameraman sucks.
You already know. That's what I like. Oh, yeah.
Seen a lot of kids, a lot of youth, a lot of young folks. I don't know where this was, right? I don't know if this was after school. I don't see any backpacks. So, but again, look what the white man did to us. The white man just made all those nice young black kids just go out there and start brawling and fighting and assaulting each other. They would have never done that back in Africa. Yeah, we have you to thank for this, white man. You mean a wildlife reserve, Delta Echo Golf? That is more like what that is. Unfortunate. Yet again, violence rampant. Why are black women so? Why so much? Like, why I thought y'all supposed to be dainty. It's always like I say, these niggas, you know, men have mass. They got testosterone. They supposed to fight and conquer and overcome. I'm not validating it, but it's like, why are so many angry black women out there fighting and scrapping too? This is terrible, right? This is terrible. I'm really trying to get to the source of this, but I don't know. The cookie was good. I want some more. All right, so let's talk about the topic at hand, right? The curries. I'm not talking about curry chicken. I'm not talking about curry goat. I'm not even talking about curry lamb, right? I'm talking about the curries. The first family of basketball. Wouldn't go that far, but let's talk about it. Let's make a neat little background. Get away from your Joe Biden. Think what do I got here? Got a picture somewhere I can use. I know it. Guess not. Thought I did. That's terrible. I'm a terrible person. I thought I had a good picture I could use. I guess not. We'll just put his mom back there. Mama. I need to delete all them security pictures too. I'm trying to look at that. All right. So this is actually very nifty because I think that's Ayesha in the corner too. I'm going to talk about her also. Right? Look at that face. So angry about it. So if you don't know, Dell Curry and this lady, Sonya Curry, are, you know, who are the Currys? Well, they are the parents of that little deer-ankled three-point shooting light bright on the Golden State Warriors. No, I'm not talking about Klay Thompson. So you're like, well, what's going on? Why is this thing? Why are they divorcing? I don't know. They're no longer happy. For 33 years of marriage, which just so happens to be the age of Steph Curry, it's finally Splitsville. Dell says she's been cheating on me with ex-Patriot player Steven Johnson. And she says Dell's been cheating throughout the whole relationship. Right? Possibly. I don't know. But ultimately, this is something we already knew was going on, right? You know, like, Honcho, how the fuck do you know? How would you know? Are you in-house? Are you fucking Sonya Curry? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. If I was, I'd have a check. I would be sitting in this seat. I'll tell you that. Anyway, but all bullshit to the side. You knew this has been going on since the Red Table Talk. Because, if I'm not mistaken, she was there with Miss Ayesha Curry, who sat there and complained and cried about her husband getting more attention than her, even though she's relatively a nobody in a sense other than that's Steph Curry's wife, right? That's what she's known for. And you talk about, oh, she's got a cooking thing and she does her own. Yeah, but the only reason that stuff is popular because she's Steph Curry's wife, right? Like, that's the only reason. Like, if she was just a regular chick cooking, not married to an NBA player, nobody would give a shit, right? She might have like a little following, a little crowd. You see a lot of people blowing up on the gram and stuff for that, but it wouldn't be as relevant. She wouldn't have the Aisha restaurants and all that stuff. Like, it benefits a little bit by being the wife of MVP, okay? So, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. The reason why I said you knew that, because you sat there and said all these things about this woman or in front of this woman whose son you're married to, right? And any sensible woman would have been like, bitch, the fuck is wrong with you? Son's a good man. He's a good father. He does all these good things, which you agreed to. But you just are envious of him because you don't get enough attention because women want to throw themselves at him. He's a fucking NBA player. He's an MVP. He makes a shit ton of money. Right? But he takes you on the road everywhere, takes his kids and all this, do all this things. I mean, you're basically everywhere he is. But you're envious because nobody's paying attention to you. You're super insecure because even when he's talking to reporters, you're over there interrupting and trying to push him away and not let him get too close. Like, what do you think, the bitch is going to fuck him on the court in front of the tens of thousands of people there and the millions watching at home? Who knows where I got that from? But it's just a sign of your insecurity. Anyway, so I say all this not even really to talk about Dell and Sonya. But I say this to go back to Ayesha. Because this is just a green light for her. Wait till the kids are grown, and she's going to do the same thing. She's going to get a check out of it, because what's the name? Worth a lot of money. And there will be no consequences on her behalf. Because she used to come off, oh, I'm this good Christian woman, and I just want to be this. I can't. She always talks shit about all the other women who dress like this, and the way these women dress like hoes, and all of this other stuff, right? And then you switched it up. Start doing things like this. Is this what the good Christian attire? Start wearing lace fronts and shit? You know what I mean? And now, she was a little chunkier then. She started switching it up. And, but apparently over the Rona, she lost a whole bunch of weight. So she doesn't even look the same. She lost a bunch of weight. And, I had no idea. I didn't even know that, Tom Cruise had 3 wives. You know what I mean? So the thing about it is this. Oh, did I put the picture? You can see it. Okay. Is this what you would call the attire of a woman who is a self-proclaimed Christian. I mean, and again, I know there's some people say you can't judge and tell a Christian woman what to wear, but I mean, if this is kind of how you put yourself out there, right? And I would say even if you're calling yourself that, period, I don't think that, you know, you're running around cleavage first. That's just not necessarily the move, in my opinion, right? If you're talking about all these women and their skirts are too short and they're dressing like this and dressing like that, then you start wearing this. And then here's another thing. That's why I say I don't think she's kind of like clueless, in my opinion. Look how everybody else in this picture is dressed. Steph is dressed appropriately. Dad got a little bit of his taco meat showing, whatever. Mom's dressed decently. She's not out there letting it all hang out. Right? And then you got this person here, heavily made up, excess cleavage showing, got all this whatever going on. Having to look a particular kind of way. Everybody else looks appropriate. Everybody else this looks like a good American family, right? Body language is a motherfucker. Because what you have here are two couples, right? But for some reason, you got mom and son over here, in between the actual married couple. You got dad and mom over here with the wife, one person of no blood relation, in between the two of them, right? Just a little strange, in my opinion. Strange posturing. I don't know. Maybe it's the opening of a restaurant. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm looking too deep into. Maybe this is Ayesha's restaurant opening, and they didn't want to take anything away from her, and so they wanted to let her stand out. Even if that is the case, not the most appropriate dress for a self-proclaimed Christian woman, right? And you know, then also the self-proclaimed Christian woman, you know, now doing shoots and photos and things like these. And I ain't mad at you, Steph. Hey, if you're happy, your lady looking good and whatever's going on. But again, it's the same one who used to talk about women showing too much skin and doing all these things. And then I think she had a magazine shoot where she did a nude shoot for a magazine, right? Even though Steph got to pick out which pictures were appropriate or whatever, it's still a nude photo shoot, right? Why would you want to put yourself out there as a self-proclaimed Christian woman? Looking all over, what is this? What's the Christianity about this photo? Where is it? It's all out the window for attention. This is why I say what I say about the modern woman, right? They'll give it all away for some attention. They'll risk it all just for some attention. Not that the attention is better for them, not that it's going to improve their life. They just want somebody to look, please look at me. Please pay attention to me. I don't do anything special. You can talk about the IG hoes. You can talk about the OnlyFans hoes. Talk about wives who are jealous of their husbands who are world-class athletes. And they're mad because people aren't paying attention to them. Ever since that Red Table Talk, that's why I think Jada is a demon. Jada ruins people's lives. She preys on them. She turns them in a bad way. She's been putting all this extra stuff in her head, wearing the lace fronts, wearing short skirts, tight clothes, all these things. These were not things that she did initially. And so you're saying, well, she's a woman. She's just finding herself. There's nothing wrong with that. She's a married woman. No, you're absolutely fine. That's fine. But you also have a daughter who's probably watching everything that you're doing, watching everything that mom does, right? She's not going to know the difference in when mom was being a good Christian woman and what mom is doing now. So what she's going to see is the new mom, not old mom. What mom wears now. And that's what she's going to think is appropriate. That's what she's going to think is okay. And already you're the daughter of Steph Curry. You've been on the stands and all this other shit. You got all kind of people watching you grow up, you know, as you do with most celebrity kids. Not as you, but as people do with most celebrity kids. And then what happens then? What happens when she's legal or she's grown or she's one of these people and she's got fame just because, you know, what her daddy did, like so many of these other people. Like so many other celebrity daughters that lose their shit. Like the E.J. Johnsons and Zaya Wades of the world. I had to do it. But But all bullshit to the side, right? So instead of being concerned about the role model that you are for your child, and obviously Steph don't care about it. I mean, he's like, fuck it. I got to worry about my wife being a prude anymore. I guess she's turning to one of these groupies that are always jocking after me anyway, so I get the best of both worlds. Already married or whatever. But there's going to be a point where Steph ain't enough. Steph's a good dude, right? He's not a tough guy. He's not, he's kind of a slight looking dude. And he's light skinned. Y'all light skinned niggas bruise easy. So it's going to be a point where he's not that bad boy. He's not that dude, that they all end up, want to be with. How about old gal leaving her husband, his mom, is fuck with an NFL player. NFL players are generally considered way tougher than basketball players. I think the consensus would agree. So she's gonna find one of these rappers or one of these whatevers, right? Because you got all these other thirsty niggas. And that's a whole other weird mentality. Aside from that, what happens after this? So that's my point. Is I feel like it won't be too long before you find out that Ayesha's going to want something else. She's going to want something different. And she's going to want to divorce Steph. And it's not going to be because Steph did anything wrong. It's not going to be because Steph cheated. It's not going to be because Steph did. If it is, it's going to be in her head. And they might make those allegations, try to justify it in the media. But it's going to be because, really, she's not satisfied. She thinks there's something better out there because she's been with Steph since they were at school. She doesn't know what she's missing out. She doesn't know what opportunities are out there for her. She might be missing out on something because that's what modern women think like these days. They can have a great thing going for them. But they think there's always something better out there. The monkey branch. What's going to happen? It's going to be severely disappointed, realizing that Steph is the best thing that she could have had. And she's going to try to move on. And Steph is going to be able to level up. He's going to be able to get some wayfinder in there. Give him some young new hype. And not have to worry about it because he's going to be a well-paid dude. He's going to be A-okay. And she'll have money, but she won't be happy. But, anywho, these are my thoughts. You may agree, you may disagree. If you disagree, if you do disagree, I would like you to call in first when I open up the line because I want to know the thoughts, the feelings, and things of that. But with that going on, shout out to Antulio, what's the motherfucking deal? Miss Grace some pistachios. I owe D the Gamma some pistachios. No, they're like the same age. Because I think they dated in high school. She might actually be younger. I don't know. Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, that's the thing. She'll have half his money. But she still won't be happy. You see a lot of rich women out there not happy. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Give me just a moment. I will open up the line. Let's get this guy out of here. You had your chance yesterday, buddy. We don't want to see you anymore. I got any other cool pictures I can put up here? Let me see what I got. Gotta be something more interesting than that. I guess I used all my cool pictures though. Oh, before I open up the line, I want to talk about this thing at ESPN, right? Because ESPN is, what is it? Go woke. Yeah, get woke, go broke, right? So some of y'all may get this, some of y'all may not. Right? So what happened is you had a bunch of women at ESPN complaining that men were being labeled as analysts while women were being labeled as reporters. Get out the way real quick. Actually, matter of fact, you know what? I'm not getting out the way. I'll put this to the thing so y'all can see it all. So Some of you may or may not know that analyzing and reporting are two different things, right? Reporting is literally reiterating what's going on the sidelines or some little breaking news that may happen during a game or something. So these women here, sideline reporters, mainly women, right? Work the sidelines on the field, sidelines on the court, things of that nature, right? Analysts, these are guys that tend to be behind the desk speaking about what's going on generally prior to or after the game. What some of you may or may not know is that a lot of these names that are under the analyst position, and this is college football, right? So, okay, I forgot this is college football, so we're talking about on the field. The majority of these are former NCAA stars and NFL stars. Well, I want to say stars, but NFL players. How many of these women do you think played in the NFL? I'll give you a guess. I will give you a guess, right? And so, while they're being mad because they're not being called analysts, they don't do the same job. They do a completely different job. And play-by-play is live, during the game, actually, speaking on the game, where you have a couple women who actually do that. They were mad about actually having the title of their job. That makes no sense to me. Makes no sense whatsoever. But again, we live in this woke ass age of people who they're just mad because they exist. Instead of working to be in a position they want to be in, I would just rather bitch at other people and force them into accepting them as something they're not. I identify as an analyst. I don't identify as a reporter. I'm a non-binary reporter. This is a non-binary sports job. Anyway, open up the line, 832-694-1337. Right? I would think that would be the case. I would agree. It's Grace, but some people just are looking for any and everything they can to get upset with. It's very, very upsetting. Okay, Harris, what's the motherfucking deal? While I'm doing that, let me pay out them pistachios. Some more of those cookies. I don't need to eat anymore. It's not good. It's no good. This. So who's gonna call? Who disagrees is? Well, you know what? Even if you don't disagree. Yeah, pretty much. It's just the title. I've reached a glass ceiling of my skills. And who is that? Miss D the Gamma. Really? Wow. It's unfortunate. You just I'm out here giving out stashes and you try to steal them from me. I can't believe you would do such a thing. I think she had or something that she was supposed to win that didn't go through with the Golden Girls. All right. You're welcome, Miss Grace. So, R. Kelly situation upsetting. Yeah. But I think people are only upset because it was celebrity. I think I'm upset because I talked about all that Curry stuff and have my head set on the whole time for no reason. But Because here's the thing, man. You got motherfuckers and families encouraging that shit. I told y'all a while back. She's not my hairstylist now, unfortunately. She did a good job. But you know, she shared a story with me about how when she was younger, you know, and she was being encouraged to date an older man because he had money. She was a teen, right? And her mother encouraged her to do it. You know what I mean? He was in his 20s or something like that. Hey, Marie Lovely, how you doing this evening? 10,000 pistachios, they'll do a crate challenge. Oh, that's terrible. But, you know, so as terrible as it is, one as a man, you know, well, do better. And I get it, you know, back in the day, back in society, it was more of an acceptable thing. But times change as people change. We've had this conversation because I know, you know, my grandmother was very young, but she was married. That's something I want to talk about, right? But especially with woke people. Woke people are super stupid, like these super self-righteous, high moral ground motherfuckers, right? These people bother me because the ones who want to sit and go back and cancel everything that used to be, they have no concept of just how times were, right? Like, I get there were racist things that happened, but you don't go and erase it and try to change it. You acknowledge it because that's where we came from. That's how we've progressed to here. People want to be so woke. They want to judge people in the past on the fucking principles of today, right? And it's fucking retarded. I've been using retarded a lot. I'll be having to be kind of cautious with that one on this platform. You know, yeah, oh, absolutely. Since she was the Catch Me Outside girl. Don't you know, she's probably been wild since that young. But let's be honest, we were teenagers once. I don't know about y'all. I know I was. And, well, let's just say it ain't only men acting up out there. It's just a different standard when, you know, you look at it the other way. Anyway, but like going and trying to cancel people for shit in the past, going and trying to do it's just so stupid, right? Like, you want to hold people, like I said, to the merits of today. Back then, certain things were acceptable. Certain behaviors were okay. Would they be okay today? Absolutely not. That's kind of the point. Growth and development and, you know, learning. But instead, like I said, we just want to get upset about dumb shit. We want to get angry at people in the past for shit we're mad at today. Let's go back in time and cancel them. Why? What does that do for you now? How do you benefit from that? Anybody? Does anybody benefit? All right. So, again, I don't know, man. Like I said, people were so distracted. We're so worried about dumb shit. We're worried about, I'm still mad about that streaming video. Like, we're so worried about these kind of dumb things. That's why we're not making any fucking progress. I was talking about all the time, especially when we talk about race shit. Like, motherfuckers so busy looking behind themselves in the past, but they always miss out on the future. Then they miss out on opportunities in current day and then blame it on racism. No, it's because you've been so fucking focused on a bunch of bullshit and on goofy shit that you blinded yourself from the opportunities of the current day. It had nothing to do with fucking any kind of anything. But, you know, whatever. I don't know why I'm so yawny today. I'm just, oh, I know what it is. I didn't have my tea. I had milk and cookies, so it had me all Santa Clausy. Got some comfort food, so I'm all comfortable. And have my normal, I think I'm out of my little turmeric tea. I should have bought some more while I was at the store. If I got some green tea. I don't know. But Webster, you know something about the little black dude? The little short dude? He was a little angry guy. But you know, like I say, we just in I agree. Oh, give me a moment. I apologize. This is unacceptable, Honcho. You can't just be doing all this yawning. Like people at home yawning, watching you, doing all kind of shit. Hold on 1 second. All right. Sorry about that. Good night, Miss Grace. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know why. I just, I mean, to go and give me a little cup of tea. I didn't have my proper honcho sippage. It's hot. It's hot. Yes, Dewan, that is absolutely. It's racist because he is. Why am I putting this shit on? He is the blackface of white supremacy, which is so fucking stupid. And then they just. California is a terrible place. I feel bad for the good people in such a bad place, right? It's so. It's like unreal. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense that what's happening is happening. This country doesn't make any sense. Like the internet has ruined things, right? I was reading an article because I was looking at fitness trackers and the Galaxy. I have a Samsung phone, and so the Galaxy Watch, right? 4, I think it's coming out or is out, whatever. They're talking about, yeah, it's good, but I mean, it's only if you're really using a Galaxy phone because, like, or a Samsung phone. I'm like, well, I'm sure that's what they designed it for. The same way I'm sure Apple Watches primarily work well with Apple phones, right? And so, but they're like, yeah, I've used it with other Android devices. It's really good. It's still like the best watch out there, but it's just not as, it just works better. Like, it's like, this is such a stupid fucking article. Like, people just get to write anything, right? People just get to say anything. And like in the den, I like to have fun. So sometimes I just say crazy shit. It doesn't really, I think there's like a level of expectation for me to say some off the wall and shit from time to time. But in other areas of life, I just can't go out saying willy-nilly things. It just doesn't make sense. Like in public, like I'm not going to write an article and expect this to be taken legitimately. And it's just a bunch of goofy shit. Like, you don't think that company that makes this, who also makes phones, makes this device more compatible with their own fucking phones than maybe with other phones? Maybe has a few slight extra features that would benefit if you have the same fucking phone. I don't know. Nobody on the Apple side complains about it. Like, why is it a fucking deal? But it is what it is, right? But, I wrote something down earlier. I don't know if I have my notebook, if I left it in the car. So, additional bottle of water. I may have left it. I don't think this is the right notebook. Because it was something I said that I wrote down and I wanted to talk about. Sometimes when I have thoughts and I'm in the car, I'll jot them down. Or if I hear something interesting, I'll jot it down. I want to speak on it, right? That's actually a good point. I think that's something I'm gonna save. One of these thoughts, something I'm gonna save for later. Actually, I might use it. So anyway, like I said, I've been definitely pondering. You missed everything, Trill. Anyway, shame on you. Both of your packages should be there, so I don't want to hear shit. Check thing. I think yours are the only ones that have arrived yet. I ain't checked all the other tracking things. Checked most of them, but I had, like, text them from my phone. It said your shit is on the porch, nigga. So I don't want to hear shit about it. Yes. So I beat the 1 year mark. So I was about to say, what the fuck? What you mean new sauce alert? Up in my email, something sent me talking about new sauce alert. It's a fucking wing place. I said, nigga, I ain't do no new sauce. The fuck is y'all talking about? So I'm just gonna complain about stuff. It's Friday night. I'm gonna complain. People with big feet are the most oppressed people in this country. I'm not talking about you size 13 foot ass niggas. That's not big feet. That's the brink of average feet, right? I'm talking about the 15s and the 14s, or the 14s and up, right? More so the 15s. Even 14s, I'm starting to see a lot more of the things. But I hate it, right? So sometimes I'll go on, no, we still got about 25 minutes, so 20, 25 minutes. I'll go looking for shoes on different things, because I know I can't go in store to order anything, to pick up anything, because they just don't carry my size in stores. I told y'all that story a while back, what happens when I do try to, what the fuck is the thing? When I try to buy shoes in the store, right? Now I don't know nothing about extra wide feet ladies. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know nothing about that dare player. But I'm sure they have a similar issue. Where's the fucking thing? So I can check that shit out. I want to check out the damn Tracking numbers. I had them in my damn email. Yeah, where's the damn e-receipts, asshole? So let's see what got where. I don't know why it keeps telling me it's. I guess the link they got it set up as is fucked up. So keeps giving me these 404 errors. It's Google trying to fucking do their own shit through the damn tracking shit. Just take me to the damn shit. Anyway, so you see shoes you like, oh cool, you know, and then you start filtering. All right, true. Well, because you're able to go home, turn around, wherever you're at right now, drive to Port Arthur and go get them shits. And then, yes, I am to the end of, hopefully, beginning of next year. Let me see what's today. I still got like a month or so to. I got to go back in, October? Maybe in October they'll say, hey, get out of here, little nigga. Maybe we'll have another lockdown. I won't ever have to go back. But, since that damn judge wants to do so much. But no, I got till like January. But I got to go back in, where's the damn? I already got that. And then like I say, so I go once like every 3 months or whatever. So if I should be done in January, instead I have to go back in October. So then it'll be after October, it should be November, December, January. So either January will be the last time I have to go back, or hopefully October will be the last time. But so it shouldn't be more than 2 more visits. It's unfortunate. And then after that, it's on like Donkey Kong. Y'all make it so difficult. Look this shit up. What the fuck? Shit ain't been, that one ain't even been sent out yet. That's like the first one I did. Come on, Houston, y'all tripping. See, then I've been seeing the shit like the Postal Service is hiring, right? And it would be a cool deal. But aren't they like federal employees? And they try to say all federal employees have to get that thing, right? Then I saw one where a judge tried to make that a condition of a dude's case. The dude was like, I think he was gonna get 5 years probation or something like that. And the judge was like, we'll make it, it'll only be 1 year if you go get the jab. And then like he signed for it, but then he was like, man, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know, that's something you should have thought about, but and so he's like, he don't think it's fair, and it's like you literally signed for that, bro. So I don't know what to tell you on that one. But I think that's crazy that a judge would even try to do that, right? Like, why does that even matter? How does that benefit anybody? Like, shit, y'all was letting motherfuckers out for the Rona last time. So, but like I said, I don't know. Because if they're like, if it's one of those deals where you have to get that, there's no way I want to do that. But I would definitely love to buy one of those little cool trucks all over the place and power walk through neighborhoods. Just get it. But I don't know, it's gonna scan these. These ones already sent. These are trails tracking numbers. I don't want these fucking tracking numbers. I'm done with that shit. Yep, I told them. Killed 2 small dogs because they were biting me. It was a vicious fight to the death. I didn't want to do it, but I had to. It was either me or them. So it was on one of the episodes probably right before I went. I think I told. So you got to go back and watch it if you want to find out. I need the extra views. But nah, you know, like I say, it's a wild situation. I'm trying to track these things. You don't think so? We'll tell that to the dog's owners. Or the owners of those dogs. But oh, the shoe thing, yeah, that's what I got way off track talking about the shoes. See, Maria, like you're trying to distract me. I see what your evil plan is. But no, like I'll go on a site, right? And I'm like, I like these shoes. These shoes are pretty cool. And then, we got these up to these sizes, large, and then you start doing your little filters and all that stuff. Okay. And usually I'll do like a 14 or 15 because depending on the shoe, you know, some shoes run big, some shoes run small. And man, like, it's almost pretty much guaranteed that they ain't finna have that shit. Which one is this? Okay, that's delivered. Bet. Where's this one going? I don't know where that one's in. That's delivered. Bet. Okay. Where's this one going? So why is it arriving late? I don't even know where these are going. But that's the last one. Somebody's running late. So the one that was supposed to be the earliest one. And that's Dan. That's okay. So these two haven't. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. That one should be in there tomorrow. Which one is this one? 70. Okay, cool. So my thing is like, again, so like you never find good shoes. It's always super frustrating, right? 'Cause you think you see something like, oh, man, I really like it. It's gonna be cool, and then it's never available. And then usually it's always some big fucking ugly ass space basketball shoes. I hate basketball shoes, right? I don't even like fucking Jordans like that. You know, there's a couple of Jordans that I actually like. The rest of them, fuck them, right? I'm just not into a lot of that shit. I prefer shoes that are like low type shoes. I like to show off my ankles. I got sexy ankles. I like to show off my ankles, so I like running shoes. My ankles are not sexy, they're kind of fat. Anyway, but I like running shoes. I like shit like that, right? And again, if they do got them, it's like ugly old man shoes or fucking so much like it. So it's like it's very difficult to I wear a shit ton of flip. Well, yeah, I mean those are easy to find. Flip flops are definitely easy to find. You got to break them in sometime, but easy to find. I got kind of semi-wide feet. I'm not a foot fan. I'm not Roger. I'm not into the foot fetishy shit. But yeah, it just sucks, man. I think that there's a prejudice against people with large feet, and I'm going to start a campaign. Like if everybody can get woke about everything else, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start woke TikToks about how people with big feet are oppressed, right? That's going to be my whole shebang. It's going to be my whole thing. It's just, excuse me, going on websites and then showing, you know what I'm saying? I don't know which one is that. Joy and Molly, I can't tell the difference. One of them gets on my nerves. Which one was the one that accused? Which one is the one that accused of? That got into it with? Dang it, what's his name? Big baller brand. LeVar Ball. Is that Molly? I think it was Molly, yeah. Molly's all this goofy shit. Joy's all right. Which one is she? She the one on the... Yeah, I'm not famous enough to go there. So they're gonna be like, it's probably be some rapper or something that'll pull up that you'll be looking for. And I'm like, no, not him. Okay, so that got done. That's cool. Has this one been delivered? Let me see. This one is not. I don't think so. So most of them have been delivered. We got 2 should be coming in tomorrow, and then let me check. Oh, that's in a different email, I think. Let me see. But yeah, it's not gonna be there. I'm not famous enough. I have to like commit like a murder or something. Then maybe they would like they play he went to jail because he killed somebody. If you look it up, it's gonna say unpaid parking tickets. And then there's that. So it's not as exciting as it sounds. I'm not gonna be tough enough for Ayesha Curry. But like I said, yeah, that's what I'm gonna start a woke ass TikTok, and then I'm gonna be my own. I'm gonna start showing videos of myself playing about woke ass shit, unnecessarily woke ass shit about feet, and all the big feet followers. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but it'll be a thing. I'm gonna pressure these companies. I'm gonna say, so you guys are oppressing me. You gotta send me free shoes for slavery. And then I have like an immaculate shoe collection. I think it'll work. I just blame everybody for everything else. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. So I have not too much lace. I see what you did there. You know what? Might be on something. I'm gonna save all this. This is lacism. This is race. This is blatant lacism. Wider, bigger-footed folks are not allowed to enjoy such casual styles as people with smaller feet. But it kind of, I would believe it falls into the same category as with people who are plus size. You know, when you get to those 2X, 3X, 4Xs, and those shirts and things cost more. I wouldn't even be tripping if the shoes cost more because they're bigger. Like, it would make sense. I would like the same quality fabrics. Don't skimp me on my fabrics, bro. You know, like, that's not even an issue. It's just the fact that there's no shoe. There's no shoe. All right. You see all the 13s, plenty of shoes. Whatever grown man wears a size 9 shoe, plenty of shoes. You know what I mean? But size 15? No, sir. Saw some Puma shoes I really liked, right? I like Puma. I've always had to admire Pumas from afar. I always wanted a pair of Pumas. Can't get them. Usually stop at a 13. And then I heard they run small even with that. So, you know, that's unfortunate. What size do you take? Let me stop. Back to jail. So like I said, it's a very unfortunate. I don't know. Are Canadian sizes different? Are Canadian sizes smaller? I'll have to check the shoe scale. Again. UK size, I think, are the ones that are real weird, really out of there. I even have I have like a little foot thing too. And this how you know it's too big, right? I have the foot scale at home. And it goes up to a size 15 on the foot scale. But I think on there, they say a 15 is like 31 centimeters, 31, 32 centimeters, something like that. I think it's 31 centimeters. But my toe slightly goes over the thing. So one, I don't know if I'm getting an accurate reading because you know how it has like the little slider thing on there, right? So I max the slider, I push slider all the way back. My toe still doesn't fit, so it's still like a little toe overlap. So, I mean, I don't know if that is shortening the distance because my toe is at a little bit of an angle, you know, than it would be if it was all the way flat. And then, so I was looking at, I think I was looking at some Pumas, and the Pumas were like 15 would be like 31.5 centimeters or something like that. And of course, they absolutely had no fucking shoes in that size. They had one pair that were hideous. I was looking at some other casual shoes. The only ones they had were like some fucking gangster Nikes, the Nike Cortezes. Terrible. I was looking at what was it? It was another thing. It was another site I was looking at though, but theirs, they had 14s that were like, I think they might have said that their 13s were like 31.5 centimeters, right? I was like, okay, this is way off particular thing. A 7. How much weight can it lift? I don't know. And the size is 15, not a 13. And so, like I said, well, I guess it depends on the shoe. That apparently, maybe in that case, it might be a 14 or something. And then also, you kind of get gypped on the halves. I think once you get past 13, like they stop doing like the half sizes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 12, 12 and a half, 13. It's just 14, 15. Good fucking luck, bro. So it's just kind of what it is. It is what it is, unfortunately. So here is the deal, because I'm just rambling on at this point. But I feel good. This is good tea. I recommend everybody sip a little tea. So I think that we're just going to wind it down. We're going to cut it short a little bit early this evening. A few minutes early. I think, no, it's not that. We only got 6 more minutes. I forgot the thing cut off on me, so it's a little bit off. I'm looking at the time. But yeah. So shout out to all you wonderful people. You know, don't turn up to hardcore on a Friday night. No, I'm not 7 feet tall. That'd be extremely unfortunate. I would hate to be that tall. I would definitely hate to be that fucking tall. And that's the shit that kills me too, right? Because I know motherfuckers that like my height and have smaller feet. Right. My best friend always says I did something apparently to stunt my growth because I got big ass feet and big ass hands. It's like you should have been taller than what you were. Maybe so. I didn't sleep a lot. I probably did fuck myself up, not getting enough sleep. Still don't get enough sleep as it is. Good night, lovely Miss Sarah Lou. But like I said, so we'll be back rocking on. We'll be back rocking on Saturday. Not Saturday. Sunday. Sunday at 9. I will be streaming on Saturday, but it's gonna be in the sauce, so it won't be here. Got a preseason game to rock with. So I appreciate all of you. I thank all of you. And I'm going to spend some time this weekend hunting for an infamous den folk. See if I can find them. You know what? Now that I think about it, I think that would be a very interesting question because I don't think they were both here at the same. I don't think Maria was with us in the den when Misty was here. I think that would be a very interesting conversation to hear both of them have. I wonder. How that would go. We need to bring back. I got to get the Den back riled up to bring back Den folk debate nights. But like I said, with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I thank y'all for being here. It is my honor. It is my privilege. But more than anything, it is my pleasure. And we ran through this week. So I think I'm gonna introduce the themed days starting Sunday. So I'll post it in the Discord. I'll post it on some of the social medias. Maria, you should join us in the Discord. You would enjoy it. It would be a barrel full of monkeys. It's where all the den folks chop it up and meet and talk when we're not in the den. So we stay connected. But good night, folks. I do appreciate y'all. Take care of yourselves. I expect to see y'all Sunday night. And we're gonna have a good old time. I'm going to take my ass to visit. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Y'all ain't got to go home. But I got to get the fuck up out the den. Make sure you're following on all the proper social medias below. Den Honcho HTX on Instagram and Twitter, and at Den Show Live on Facebook. And I don't check the message, but I think I've been using the Den Show Live Facebook, Instagram too. Sauce is another channel that I have. It's a sports only channel. So, but with that being said, get on this weighted blanket.